This is not just another video. This is the video I wish I had when I felt lost, broke, and confused about money. When I was watching other people move forward in life, I kept asking myself, why am I stuck? Why is money always leaving my hands? Why am I working so hard but still not getting anywhere? And maybe you feel the same way right now. So let me tell you something very honest. Most people were never really taught how money works. Not in school, not in college, and often not even at home. Because the people who raised us were never taught either. And that is why so many people stay stuck in the same cycle. Working hard, earning money, and still feeling like it is never enough. But this video is here to change that. Today, you are going to start seeing money in a completely different way. Not as stress, not as confusion, but as something you can actually understand and control. This is not about getting rich fast. This is not fake motivation. This is about learning real money rules that can change your future, step by step. No matter where you come from or where you are right now, you can still change your financial life. Before we begin, if you're ready to take control of your future, make sure to subscribe to the channel and join our growing community. Also, leave a comment below and tell me where you're watching from. I love seeing people from all around the world learning and growing together. So stay with me, because what you are about to learn can change the way you think forever. Now, let's begin. If you ask most people what they want in life, they say, I want money. But the real question is, why? What will you do with it? Money itself is just numbers or paper. It has no real value unless you use it for something meaningful. You can use it to save time, gain freedom, protect your health, support your dreams, and improve your life. But here is the problem. When people don't understand money, they chase it blindly. They take jobs they hate. They start work they don't enjoy. They become tired, stressed, and unhappy just to earn more. And even when they earn more, they still feel empty. They buy a bigger house, but family problems still exist. They buy an expensive car, but they still feel stressed. They get attention online, but they still feel lonely at night. Because money was never the real goal. The real goal was peace, freedom, control of your time, and the ability to live life your way. Money is not a trophy. It is not about looking rich. It is a tool. It can be a key, a shield, or a weapon. If you don't understand it, it can control you instead of you controlling it. Let's take an example. Person A earns $100,000 a year. He has a big house, 2 cars, and expensive things. But he has many loans. He works all the time. He is stressed and tired. If he loses his job, everything falls apart. Person B earns $30,000 a year. He lives simply. He has no debt. He saves and invests slowly. He works less, sleeps well, and has peace of mind. He controls his life. Now ask yourself, who is really rich? This is the difference between chasing money and using money wisely. So remember this. Money is not your master. Money is your tool. Use it to build peace, not just things. Many people believe this lie. I will learn about money when I start earning more. But this is exactly how people stay broke. Because money depends not only on how much you earn, but also on how much you understand. Imagine someone gives you $10,000 today, but you don't know how money works. Very quickly, it will disappear. You will buy things you don't need, try to impress people, fall into debt, and make bad choices. Then you are back to zero, or even worse. That is why waiting is dangerous. The best time to learn about money is when you have little or no money, because that is when you are more careful and focused. You don't need to be rich to learn saving. You don't need a big salary to learn budgeting. You don't need wealth to understand investing. Start now. Read simple books. Watch free videos. Learn how banks work. Understand debt. Learn how to save. Track your spending. Because when money comes later, you will be ready for it. For example, a person who earns little money but saves small amounts, learns and invests slowly, will be more stable in the future than someone who earns a lot but spends everything. So don't wait. Learn now, and money will stay with you later. Most people think the key to wealth is earning more money, but the real secret is time, because time is the only thing you cannot buy or replace. There is something called compound growth. It means your money grows over time, and then the growth itself starts to grow. Think about planting a seed. First, it becomes a tree. Then it makes more seeds. Then more trees grow. It keeps growing more and more. Money works the same way. Let's take two people. Adam starts investing at age 20. He puts $100 every month. Jack starts at age 30. He also puts $100 every month. Jack invests for fewer years. Even if he continues until 60, Adam still has a big advantage because he started earlier. Let me ask you something important. Do you know where every dollar of your income goes each month? Or does it just disappear? Because if you don't control your money, it will slowly start controlling your life. Quietly, silently, dangerously. Here is what happens when you have no control over your money. You live paycheck to paycheck, even with a good salary. You feel panic when an emergency happens. You avoid checking your bank account because you are scared. You say yes to things you cannot afford just to avoid judgment. You use credit cards or borrow money just to survive. And slowly, you feel stressed, tired, and trapped. Money becomes your boss. You stop making choices for your life. Your bills make the decisions. You don't leave a toxic job because your rent is too high. You don't travel or take risks because money is controlling everything. But here is the truth. You were not born to be controlled. You were born to be free. You don't need to be rich to take control. You just need one simple habit. Tell your money where to go instead of wondering where it went. That is called budgeting. Many people hate this word. They think it is boring or only for poor people, but that is wrong. Budgeting is not punishment. It is power. It means this is my money. I worked for it, and I decide how to use it. Imagine you earn $500 in a month, and you don't plan it. You spend a little here, a little there, and at the end, you are left with almost nothing. You feel stressed and confused. Now imagine the same $500, but this time you plan it. Rent, $150. Food, $100. Transport, $50. Savings, $50. Emergency fund, $30. Fun, $50. Learning, $20. Other, $50. Now every dollar has a job. You still enjoy your life, but with control. You feel calm, clear, and confident because now you are the boss of your money. Remember this, money loves clarity. Money respects structure. Money follows discipline. The moment you stop treating money like a mystery and start treating it like a plan, it starts working for you. Because money only has two choices. Either you control it or it controls you. And life is always better when you are in control. There is a silent problem in today's world. Many people are not trying to become rich, they are trying to look rich. And this is where many people lose the game. Because today, social media shows fake success all the time. Expensive trips, luxury bags, fast cars, perfect lives. And people start comparing themselves. A young person sees someone their age in Dubai living a luxury life and feels behind. Another person sees a friend with a new BMW and feels embarrassed about their old car. So they try to copy it, even if it means debt. This is the trap, using real money to create a fake image. There are two types of people. One, the fake rich. Outside rich, inside broke. They show luxury, travel, brands, and expensive things. But inside, they have debt, stress, and pressure. If they lose income, everything collapses. Two, the real rich. Quiet and stable. They don't show off. They live simply. But they have savings, investments, and peace of mind. If something bad happens, they are safe. That is real wealth. Looking rich is easy. You just spend money you don't have to impress people who don't care. But becoming rich takes patience, discipline, and long-term thinking. Real wealth is quiet. It is not for likes. It is for freedom. So ask yourself, are you spending to impress people or to build your future? Because if you chase image, you stay broke. But if you chase discipline, you build freedom. And that is real success. You don't become rich by earning more. You become rich by keeping more of what you earn and letting it grow. Let me go deeper. Most people think their problem is income, but in reality, 80% of the time, the problem is spending. They get a raise and they upgrade everything. They get a bonus and they buy new clothes, new gadgets, new furniture. And then, when an emergency happens, they are broke again. Why? Because they never learned how to live below their means. This rule is not about living a poor life. It is about living a smart life. It is about controlling your lifestyle, so your lifestyle does not control you. Because there is something more dangerous than being poor. It is fake wealth. The kind of life where you smile in public, but feel stressed and worried in private. So here is a challenge for you. No matter how much you earn, promise yourself this: I will always save something, even if it is just $1. I will never spend 100% of my income. I will always separate needs from wants. I will focus on keeping money before trying to earn more money. Because this is the habit that builds wealth. Not a big salary, not luck, not shortcuts. It is discipline. And once you build this habit, you stop living like money disappears and start living like money grows. Make your money work for you, or you will work for money forever. This rule is the difference between freedom and a life of stress. Because here is the hard truth. If your only source of income is your time, then you are not free. You are stuck. Let me explain. Most people trade time for money. They work 8 hours, they get paid. If they stop working, the money stops too. But time is limited. You only have 24 hours in a day. So what happens? You work more. You work longer. You sacrifice weekends. You give up your dreams, your family time, and your health just to survive. This is not real living. This is survival. And you cannot escape this cycle until you understand one important truth. Money must also work for you. Your money should go out into the world like an employee and come back with more money. If you earn $1,000 and keep it all, you stay stuck. But if you earn $1,000 and invest $200 wisely, that money starts to grow on its own. It starts working even when you are sleeping. And now, I want you to stop for a moment and think. Everything you heard in this video is simple. But simple does not mean easy. Because the truth is, most people already know what they should do, but very few people actually do it. So the real question is not, did you understand this? The real question is, will you change anything in your life, starting today? You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to be rich right now. You don't need to have everything figured out. You just need to start. Start saving something. Start controlling your spending. Start learning about money. Start building discipline. Because your future is not decided in one big moment. It is built in small daily choices. And every choice you make today is shaping the life you will live tomorrow. So don't wait for motivation. Don't wait for the perfect time, because it will never come. Start now, even if it is small. Because small actions repeated over time create big results. One day, you will look back at this moment, and you will realize it was the beginning of everything changing for you. If this video helped you, keep learning, keep growing, and keep improving your life step by step. And remember this, money is not just about getting rich. It is about getting free. Take care of your future, starting today.